and Amanda Beatles has her office up in there. Let's go over there and get a closer picture of this stuff and see what it is. You see, nobody is gonna mess with this. In the world. You're gonna come back next week and them straps are gonna be gone. No, they're gonna be sunburned and getting weak from being out. It is for the Christmas parade. And this is September the 4th. It sounds like I hear a fire truck coming. Let's watch. Oh yeah, there it comes. Well, I wish you'd look at this. This is over here by the Planning and Development and Building Inspection Highway Department. And Amanda Beatles has her office up in there. But look, this is on the side of the building. They've got 3 really big Weibos. There's a Weibo, the biggest, the next size, and then there's a little baby Weibo by it. Let's go over there and get a closer picture of this stuff and see what it is. Reckon it's got something to do with the Christmas parade or something? I don't know. Now you see that? That is a really nice rigging strap. And these other straps are really nice too. But in Houston, Texas, or New Orleans, or other big cities, that would get snatched down at night and taken. And these little straps right here, they would unpop them and they'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rigging straps. But that's why I love living in Ozark, Missouri. You see, nobody is gonna mess with these straps. Nobody. You ain't got a thought in the world you're gonna come back next week and them straps are gonna be gone. No, they're gonna be sunburned and getting weak from being out in the sun. But no, they're not gonna be gone. Oh, I got a clue. I got a clue, people. I see a hand. I see a hand. See the red hand right there? And one right here. Okay. That's the body. And that goes on top of that, and then the head. Look, it's like it's got a carrot on the nose. Oh, it got a hand and blue eyes. Okay, it's got blue eyes and blue lips. That means it needs oxygen. But the hat is purple and looks like one of them prison garbage cans. Yeah, but it's not a garbage can upside down. They have manufactured that from an artist concept rendering. Look at that big air conditioner. Are they cooling that whole building right there? Oh, that's another subject for another day. I guess they feel like it needs cooling, but that's a 5 to 8 ton air conditioning system. Dang. All right, get off of that, buddy. Don't go to one making them shut them people's air conditioners off. They need to do what they need to do. So overlook that part of the video, people. You ain't seen nothing here. But you can see where I'm at right here. That's Sonic right there. And that's the dentist. I gotta pronounce his name right, but maybe on the way back I'll get a video of pictures of his stuff. But speaking of pictures, let me snap a couple pictures while I'm looking here. There's the head. There's the body with the red arms. See if I can zoom in up on one of them. Look at that hand. See, that gave it away. That's a snow glove hand. Santa Claus. It is for the Christmas parade. And this is September the 4th. Oh, I ain't even done that yet. Hey everybody, this is Buddy. Today is September the 4th. Already. Almost the first week of September is gone. Dang. Where's time is speeding up, people. I can make a whole video about how time is speeding up. If you can't feel it, that's great for you. But man, I tell you what, we're speeding up. I can feel it. But yeah, I wanted to show you that while I had a chance and get the date in there. It sounds like I hear a fire truck coming. Let's watch it come on down through here and see what it does. Sounds like it's coming down this road. Oh yeah, there it comes. Whoa, he's flying. He's flying. He give it a horrid hail. Look at him. He's getting it. I'm glad everybody got out of his way at that stoplight. All right, let's go down this way and see what's going on. That's the Career Center right there, and this is Jackson Street Bridge. They are putting graffiti on it, and it's kind of weird to use the same color, but that's okay. So I don't know if this is graffiti-free paint, or they just, every time they're gonna have to paint over it. But they just had a meeting and voted, or started the voting process. Everything is a process, but they never mentioned this, and this is the most critical. Once this sidewalk ties into Finley Farms, that'll be the way to get off of this trail from OC over to Finley Farms. And as you can see, if you're going to eventually have to pay again for graffiti-free paint, you're going to need it here.
Okay. All in favor of the motion to discuss bill number 3592, first reading by title only, do so by show of hands. And that does carry.
An ordinance authorizing the city to enter into a contract with Thomas Industrial Coatings Incorporated for services related to the application of anti-graffiti coating to pedestrian underpasses and a retaining wall.
Okay. I believe Director Jerry Parson will speak on this.
Hello, neighbors. Yeah, this is kind of about a social thing that we're going to try to curtail. As you all know, that we're vastly expanding our pedestrian network, and with that comes some blank canvases, if you will, for some youngsters. So we feel like we've got a good idea. We feel like we've got a way that we can definitely mitigate those future artwork. I'll call it artwork. Anyways, you guys know the underpasses, you know the big picture, you know the plan. I won't go into that. Those stars represent the 4 underpasses that we currently have. The 2 most recent underpasses were part of the governor's cost share. You can kind of see where Finley Farms is in relation to that. Currently, one of those underpasses serves as a direct access to Finley River Park. The star further to the south is going to be a major point of access, grade separated access to the Garrison Trail, which we got some updates today, and it's going along really nicely in design. So we're excited about this. I will let you know, when we first did the phase 1 of the Chadwick Flyer, we applied a coating, a anti-graffiti coating on the underpass right there next to the softball field. And I kind of show where the junior high school is there with the big tiger. Quite a process. We quickly found out that we don't have the equipment, but we got through it. And I'll show you some pictures of that. Well, maybe I will. First, I want to talk to you about the project details, the scope. We've got those 3 underpasses. It's not as simple as just going there and applying that anti-graffiti coat. You've got to prepare the surface. The material is also a big factor in this. It's a very specialized coating material. We had multiple people that were interested in this bid. I've gotten more calls and emails on this bid than I have in a long time. But when we started talking about the means and methods to which you have to apply this and the conditions at which you have to make sure the humidity is at the right level, you've got to make sure that the ambient temperature is appropriate so that you get the warranty. Ultimately, we received 1 bid. It's a great bid. It's a really renowned company here in Missouri. And we are satisfied with that bid based upon the pricing that we've seen on the other underpass that we recently applied that material to. So maybe, I don't know. Okay. So I want to show you the current OC underpass. We get more eyes through there right now, so it's in decent condition. The Findlay River Park is starting to get a little, I don't know, what do they say, tagged at this point with some interesting art. And then the Garrison Springs is really secluded at this point. And after speaking with the PD and after speaking with the chief, a lot of these things are going to self-correct because of natural surveillance. The more people we get in there, the more leery they'll be of trying to do this. But let's get in front of it and be proactive. Here's the one that we did under the junior high, and you can see it's still in great shape. We have something on those walls. Just walk up to it, wipe it off with warm soap or water. I prefer a good power washer, but goes a little faster. But I want you to see what we're doing ultimately is protecting our assets. Some of these pictures show graffiti being taken off of the pre-treated areas. And I also want to call your attention to the picture on the right here. In the background, that is a community mural, an artwork that was commissioned by the community. And what we're doing here is basically providing in the future, if we want to release a local artist to any of these, to put in some murals that kind of pertain to the history, the culture, whatever it may be. I'm not going to probably get behind this crazy thing on the right here, but I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But it would be a beautiful opportunity to, showcase our history and our culture. But what you're seeing there is they're just washing off with buckets the graffiti that they tried to ruin that artwork with. And well, that's what we're doing, is setting the stage. So if we come to an agreement on something that we want to put in those underpasses, I think it's an open canvas for something like that. So I wanted to include that. Actually, I was pulling this slide and I got an email from Hayden this morning. And what about artwork? And I was like, I got something for you. So we're on the same page again. So in closing, those are the 4 underpasses that we're currently working on. One of them has already been checked off the list. We'd like to be proactive and get in front of this. And then hopefully we'll be coming back to you with some ideas on how we can beautify those areas as well. So with that, any questions regarding these?
Yes, Alderman Snyder.
No, it's not so much as a question, but a comment as well. I've seen what anti-graffiti paint does. I think it's a fantastic idea. Referencing your artwork and your murals, I know when I worked in crime prevention for years, the statistics showed that a piece of artwork is less likely to be tagged if it is actually painted by an artist. And that is statistically speaking. Now, obviously you can tell up there some knotheads, they don't care. But if you use the anti-graffiti paint and you go with that particular theory that they have, it's easy to come off. The one thing that I would add that I didn't notice up there, it looks like to me in the one underpass over by the OC, there is lack of lighting in there. And that's concerning to me, because one thing that I have noticed is that when you have a tunnel, regardless if it's painted or not, if it does not have adequate lighting through and through, you get these little knotheads that like to go in there and burrow and do their business and go on. So is that being considered as well? Is
Yes.
to maybe put some stream light or some strip lighting through there?
Yes, the conduit is currently in place in the other two underpasses that were part of the governor's cost share. So we'll be addressing that as well with the next grant. We do have lighting in the OC underpass as well as the school. And actually you can see, we want to step further by the school. You can see the lighting down the side of the wall there. And then there are 2 security cameras on each end. So we hope to add those as well.
Now, with that being said, on the graffiti, I think it's been tried before, but will the concrete floor receive the same treatment?
So we're not doing the floor, and that's simply because that's a little more of a porous material that we've tested this out actually, unfortunately. There was a section of the trail that was tagged that we were able to get off with just the, power washers and some elbow grease. So, but that material has kind of a more porous and more friction to it, sand to it, so it comes off a little easier.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else from the council? Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first reading. At this time, I want to open up for public questions. And so is anyone here who will speak for bill number 3592?
Because, they'll just keep marking this up, and you'll have to use that gray paint, whatever that costs, because that other paint must be very expensive. Well, I might even cut in the video where they're talking about the price of the graffiti paint and where they're trying to paint. The one at the OC needs paint. The one at the ball field already has it, and then we've got 2 over here at Garrison Springs, the one that goes that way, and then one goes to the Finley River Park. So that's 3. And I think the price was $28,000 to paint all 3, not counting this one. So, yeah, make your tax dollars matter. Stay informed of what's the cost of paint these days. Y'all have a good one.